Hello everyone, today we're going to take a look at high-end emulation on the Neo running Wii U, 3DS, Switch, Xbox 360, PS2, and PS3. I'd planned on getting this video out a long time ago, but I've been sidetracked by other handhelds that are in development, one of which I've left as an Easter egg in this video. I tried to include some of the most requested titles in this video, but I can always add more in future videos if there's something that you really want to see running on the Neo. With that out of the way, let's take a look at Wii U with Breath of the Wild. I have an extended cut of this on my second channel if you want to take a deeper look at the performance of this game. The footage that you're watching now is of the game running at 720p with 15 watt TDP. This game runs butter smooth thanks to async, and I purposely went to areas that I've never visited on this save file so you can see real world performance with this system. Next up is Super Smash Bros. Ultimate, and this game is also running at 720p with 15 watt TDP. I do want to mention that even under normal circumstances, I'm pretty trash at this game, but I'm even worse in this footage because I'm playing through the screen on my camera, which is very far above my head. I started out first with a 4-player game, and I noticed that you really have to pause at the start of the match to compile everything on screen before you can play, but after you do, the FPS is pretty solid. If we move up to 8-player matches, you can see that the gameplay is still very smooth, even as the emulator had to compile different aspects from character moves that it hadn't seen before. The last title for this section is Mario Kart 8, which runs very well, just like the other two games. I haven't really delved into Wii U emulation past these 3 games, so I'm open to suggestions for Wii U games that you'd like to see on this and other handheld systems. For 3DS, we're going to use the latest build of the Citra emulator, and I have each game rendering at 2x native resolution. You're going to see that this system is still too demanding for this chip at 2x resolution, which is shocking considering how well this device runs other games. Based on this performance, I wouldn't really consider using Aya for 3DS over an actual 3DS, since you'd need to drop to 1x resolution for more demanding games. Now let's move over to Nintendo Switch using the latest build of the Yuzu emulator. We're going to be using the Vulkan backend, but I haven't set a hard limit on the TDP, so the device will use as much power as it needs to run the games in this section. It's pretty cool that the performance is as good as it is here, and the screen on the Aya easily beats out a real Switch. It's just sad that you're going to be looking at around 2 hours or less of battery life to do so a Switch is still the best bet. I have to say that I'm actually really disappointed in Xbox 360 performance on this device. I had high hopes that we'd be able to squeeze out better performance with some of the demanding games that couldn't run on my WinMax videos, but this system seems to be too much for the Aya. There are many Xbox Live games that will run at full speed, but those games probably have PC versions that will run much better. As it currently stands, the GX Pro and the Win 3 are much better for Xbox 360 emulation, even if their performance still isn't that great. I originally wasn't planning on including PS2 in this video, but I had a lot of people that were asking how the system ran at 2x resolution with some demanding games, so I picked out 2 of the most requested titles and added a third of my own. These games are running at 720p with the emulation preset set to 3.
Hold triangle and select an icon with the left analog stick.
I added this third game just to show that there are PS2 games that won't run at 2x resolution on this system with the emulation preset that I'm using. So don't assume that you'll be able to play all PS2 games at 2x resolution on the Aya, because there are some really demanding games in this library. For the final section, we have PS3. This system is kind of a mixed bag, but I am happy to see that a few games run very well compared to older devices. I still need to do more testing on the GX and the Win 3, and I will be doing a dedicated video like this for those devices, but this might just be another system that runs better on Intel for the time being. I hope you enjoyed this video, and if there's something else that I didn't include that you'd like to see on the Aya Neo, feel free to leave that below and consider watching another video linked on screen now. Happy gaming everyone, Taki out.